So this hose expands differently than any other expandable hose. The other expandable hoses expand lengthwise primarily and shrink back up like the X hose. This hose expands into a round hose, so it's stretching from flat to being round, and that's what actually is the secret for discharging the water. The water pressure has expanded into a round shape. Now when you turn off the water pressure and open the nozzle, it now wants to go back to being flat, so it has good memory to go back to being flat. When it goes back to being flat, it discharges the water, and it discharges it very quickly because of the strength of the material. Square inch of this material will pick up 9,000 pounds. So it has huge amount of tensile strength compared to other hoses that are out there. And that's what lets it, A, be very durable and strong. Don't recommend this, but you could tow your car with it. So it's super strong, it's stretchy, but extremely strong at the same time, which is not a normal thing that you find. A lay flat hose, this could be also considered in that category, and of course the advantage to that is in winding it, it takes up very little space and is easy to wind because it wants to lay on to itself again. So under the lay flat category, it fits there. As far as hose reels go, when you wind this hose into a standard hose reel, you want to do it when it's pressurized, because so now when you're winding it, it's in its round state, and now when you completed winding it, you can now turn off the water, open the nozzle, it'll drain itself, and it will leave space around itself on the hose reel, so that the next time you use it, when you water pressurize it, you'll be able to get complete flow throughout the reel when you only maybe want to take part of the reel off. This hose is far more diversified as far as the applications go. Because of its clarity, the sunlight goes through it, and thus the water doesn't get heated. Also, the self-emptying aspect means that it saves water. In areas like California or Arizona, different areas where there's water shortages, it's critical to be able to save water by the fact that A, it doesn't need to be flushed because the water doesn't get hot, and it also is emptying itself, so you're using all the water with each application. The fittings on this hose, as you can see, are quite different. They're actually nylon 6/6, which is a very tough material. You can drive over the fitting, you can't hurt it. It's also NSF, there's no odor to it either, because it's made with materials that have been approved for NSF, for potable water. As far as the weight of the hose, I mean, you can see how compact and flexible it is, but as far as the weight goes, one of the key factors for it being light, I mean, a 25-foot hose only weighs 13 ounces. So a 100-foot hose is under 4 pounds, and a conventional PVC hose can be upwards to 15-20 pounds, and then you add the weight of the water, and the weight of the water is a huge factor. So a 100-foot rubber hose can be weighing up to 40 pounds, 50 pounds with water in it. And this, of course, always empties the water, so the water is not a factor anymore because it's been discharged. So now the ClearFlow hose is available in the US through Amazon.com. They're great with quality, and this is a quality product to meet their standards. Many people appreciate the advantages that this hose has that no other hoses have.